Hello there, my name is Primus Lion, and today I will be discussing the problem that I've come across about the best player in the NBA. So basically the problem I've come across is I'm not 100% sure, in my opinion, that LeBron James is still the best player anymore, due to the fact that he keeps getting injured. Of course he won a championship last year, but there still were struggles, and this year with him being injured and how he looked in the playoffs, he looked passive, didn't look like the king. We had to take time to pause and not play for a bit. So I want to discuss who I think could take the crown, and who I think is the king. And to me there's three main people, but maybe four depending on how you want to look at it. So basically the first person I think could take the crown is KD. With him coming back off his Achilles tear, none of us were sure if he could be the same as he was the years prior, but he came back, and as you can see on the screen, in the regular season he averaged 27, 5, 7 on 53, 45, 88, and in the playoffs so far he has been averaging 33, 4, 9 on almost 50, 40, 90. So this year he's proved that he may not be the same defender, but he's still good on that end. Remember, he's not all defensive, but he was still not a great, amazing defender, but he was passable at that end, and can light up your offense in seconds. Then for 2018, as you can see, he puts up all-star, well, it's just star numbers, superstar numbers: 26, 6, 6, 26, 5 and 6, and then always turns it up in the playoffs: 32, 5 and 5, 30, 5 and 5. You can remember he averaged this with Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and Iguodala. And then this year, well, he has been alone in the playoffs, so he's had to take a lot of shots. And then you've got to remember he had his game 5 to put him up 3-2 against. No, his game 5 against the Bucks, where he had 49, 14, and 10. Was it? Yeah, 49 points, about 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. Now that is a legendary game in itself. Simply an amazing game that I don't think many stars can replicate. So KD, you could score from all 3 points of the ball. He's just a dominant scorer. No one can stop him. You can only ever slow the man down. It's that simple. Then you have LeBron. Well, we're just going through the last 3 years of each of these players, because I want to know who's best player now, not all time, because still all time, LeBron's at least 2, at most 1. He's not my number 1, but still. This year in the regular season he put up 25, 8 and 8. In the playoffs, again, look disappointing. 23, 8 and 7. Those aren't LeBron numbers. See, last year in his playoffs he put up 27, 8 and 10. He always turns up in the playoffs. Again, last year we all know he led the league in assists and just played terrific defense, and he shoots LeBron numbers. Again, not perfect from 3, but he never was. And he's obviously a floor general. We all know that he has no trouble showing his skill of passing the ball. And obviously, again, he's played with Anthony Davis for these last 3 years, but there's no excuse for him putting down lower numbers. Again, as you saw just there, Kevin Durant played with fucking Steph, Clay, Draymond in the years he put up 26, 32 and 29. And he's played with Kyrie, James. He's at least played with Kyrie and James. Not all 3 of them on the floor at once, but he's played with one of them at least. and he put up 27, 5 and 7 after coming back from what is seen as a career-ending injury. I mean, we remember Kobe, fucking Clay. We don't know how he's going to come back. Brandon Jennings, people like that. They tore their Achilles and they never came back the same. Only person I remember is Dominique Wilkins. So yeah, and then obviously when he put up great numbers, but he just been slowly seemed to be declining. And it's just looking at, he seemed passive, he seemed unwilling to shoot that many shots. This is coming from the James who, when he's in Miami, it was a close game, told his coach he would be in all game. So he's not coming out. And in the postseason, he normally turns it up. See, like you could see last year, 27, 8 and 10, compared to 23, 8 and 7 on worse efficiency. He put up less points on worse efficiency. He shot 10% better and shot 4 points better, assisted more, rebounded more, shot from 3 the same, shot from the free throw line better. Yeah. And obviously LeBron, depends how he feels. Well, obviously we know back here in 2018, didn't really play defense. Chose not to, but obviously he was injured again that season. In 2019, he played great defense. Again, not perfect, but it was passable. You knew he was LeBron, and you knew you weren't going to get an open layup past him. And then in the playoffs, he always turns it up, but this year he just didn't. Maybe because it's ankle, maybe because it's Father Time's catching up to him. But yeah. Then I don't know if he's the best player in the league anymore. King might be dethroned by either, like I said, KD or Giannis. And we all know 2-time MVP. I should mention, remember KD is a scoring leader a lot of times. Giannis, 2-time MVP. Defensive Player of the Year. Most improved, I think he was. Yeah, he was the most improved player. One of the most dominant players we have in the league right now. This year he put up the same numbers as his MVP seasons. Even better than his first MVP season. And then in the playoffs he always keeps it the same or turns it up. He's never really disappointing unless there is a system defense that's put in place to slow him down, like the Raptors 2 years ago, like the Heat last year. But other than this year, where he's been playing amazing, 51% from the field during this year's playoffs, but he's just not shot the three efficiently because he's been stepping into them, he's been forced to take them, and he's been taking them. During 2019 did amazing. But like I said, Giannis may not be he doesn't have the shooting that Kevin and James have, because James developed a lot better of a three-point shot over the years, but he has that defense, that level of defense, and driving to the lane he's more dominant than either James or KD. That's another thing about KD. Coming back from this injury, he's been driving good, he's been shooting good, he's not being forced to take contested shots. He's shooting it great, he's not scared for contact, he's doing everything he did before just as well or even better. Giannis doing all of this in the 2021 season, and he might even go all the way. We don't know, he could beat the Nets. Ooh. That's a surprise to what I want to mention in a minute. Could beat the Nets. Probably won't, again, because I think what KD did in Game 5 has swung the momentum clean in their favour. James comes back, plays the same way he did, facilitates, take a few more threes, drive a bit more, just get the attention on you. Then Joe Harris has a decent game, Jeff Green has a decent game, then we're all good. They'll advance in the next round. But it's definitely possible if Chris Middleton picks up his act, if Drew Holiday picks up their act, because Giannis hasn't been doing bad. Giannis has been pretty good this whole season. He just needs to find a reliable second scorer. Someone's going to put up buckets reliably. Chris Middleton, great. during the regular season, amazing. Just doesn't do the same in the playoffs. Then, as I discuss this now, I go back and forth on it all the time, but to me, I think until I see that LeBron James... No, I'll tell in a minute. I want to bring up two more people. Steph Curry. Okay, reason I'm not letting him have this is these three have the athleticism on him, the size and the defense. Steph's not really much. Steph is the best 3-point shooter ever. Obviously, scoring leader this year, did perfect, but just isn't the caliber of player they are. They've all got 2 or 3 things they're better than him at, and all he has on them is the 3-point shooting. Finishing, they all have on him. I think LeBron's a better passer. KD's a miles better mid-range shooter. And then Giannis has the defense and the finishing, obviously. So they all have 2 things better, and all Steph has the 3-point shot. So I don't believe Steph is the better player. And then I was gonna mention Kawhi in this video, but after the injury, depending on what it is, I wanted to hold off just in case. Again, Kawhi was doing amazing, I would have mentioned him, and I think I was one of the people who was on the boat for him being the best player in the league coming off his season in Toronto. I thought him and the Clippers were going to run through and do amazing and completely fuck the Lakers. I thought Paul George would be amazing, but obviously we've seen how that went. No. So I didn't want to mention him due to the fact of the injury and due to the fact how it is right now. And if he keeps getting injured like this, because it's the same leg he has his knee on, if he keeps getting injured like this, then I don't see him being the best player in the league. Played 52 games this season. Obviously it's another shortened season, but still, playing that way will never be the best. But obviously Kawhi, great defender when he puts the effort in. His defense is a bit overrated because now he has to focus more on the offensive side of the ball. But still, when he puts that effort in, amazing defender. The best mid-range shooter in the league? Question mark. Between him and KD. I would probably say Kawhi because we saw but Durant can also just shoot over you, so it's wishy-washy. Just one of the best mid-range shooters in the league. Probably, and again, one of the best perimeter defenders. One of the best instinct player. Like, to remember, if any of us remember a steal where he dived for the ball in Toronto, guessing where it was going to be. That was perfect. That's what I mean by instinct. No. And then, so, now I've mentioned those 2. Again, for me it's between these 3. Surprisingly, they're all forwards as well. Again, small forward, or power forward, small forward, power forward. Giannis should be a centre, but that's besides the point. So yeah, I think Giannis is out for his lack of playoff success, and just how if the defense set up in a way he seems to turn off, and he doesn't have that level of playmaking, and he doesn't have the jump shot, and it's not like KD or LeBron are bad defenders. LeBron's getting old, he's going on 37, and KD is coming off an injury. I think next year KD will be better defensively. I think LeBron, when he puts in the effort, can be amazing defensively. So Giannis is off my list. So between Kevin Durant and LeBron James, and I'm not making the same mistake twice. Until I see next season, when LeBron is fully healed, and see that he plays that same 23 points, 8 rebounds on 40% shooting, see him regress that much, I'm not willing to say KD has it over him. But if LeBron keeps playing this passive way and has regressed, I'm saying Kevin Durant is the best player in the league. Hands down. But now, coming away from the best player in the league and going to who I completely believe could be the best player in the league in 2 seasons. LeBron's 39, 34. Giannis will be late 20s. Yeah. Luka fucking Doncic. Okay, came into the league, putting up ridiculous numbers, 21, 6 and 8. Shooting efficiently, 42, 32, 71, that's not inefficient. And just got better. 29, 9 and 9, an almost triple double on 46, 31, 75. And then this season has just not upped anything. Same amount of rebounds, assists and point per game, except for one less rebound. But he's shooting better from 3 and from field. And considering how he was shooting at the start of this regular season, that's a surprise. And then in the playoffs, we all know he had that mental game had his mental series against the Clippers last year. And then we all know about this year. 35, 10 and 8 on 50, 40, 50. He was shooting terribly from the fucking line. But it didn't really matter, he was toying with the Clippers. I think if Luka had a second option better than KP, because KP is fucking shit, I think he could have won that series easily, especially without playoff peers. So now I think in Luka's 5th season, he's easily going to be the best player in the league at 24 or 5. I think he could easily take that crown. Because LeBron's going to be 39 by then, 38 going on 39. He's not going to be quick enough to compete. And Luka isn't as bad defensively as I thought he was going to. As his first season failed, he's just a body to put on someone. And again, he plays the point guard, so normally he's guarding the point guard. So yeah, he's normally a bigger body. Yes, he's a bit slower, but makes up for that with a form of instinct. And then obviously going for Luka's playmaking. He's got the vision like nobody else. Throws full court passes. Fucking needle thread passes through screens. But one thing I can play about Luka is he needs a second ball handler. He holds the ball too much. Same as James Harden, the offense becomes predictable. Over time, you know where the ball's going to go, you know who's going to get the last shot. And obviously, a contested shot with Luka is still a good last shot, but I prefer an open shot because Luka gives it to, say, a Kyle Lowry type, not Kyle Lowry, but a type like that. Goes off ball, comes off screen, shoots the 3. Or they double him so he passes out. I'd prefer him to be a bit more off ball, less on ball. Also, I do not think Porzingis can be a second option, maybe a third though. So that is all I really want to discuss here. I think, until proven otherwise in next season, LeBron James is still the best player in this league. So the king remains the king until the 21-22 season. Watch him up and retire now. No. Well, that is it for me. I want to thank you all for watching. If you could leave a like or subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. But remember, your viewership is more than enough for me. I hope you enjoy your day. I have been Primus, and those were my thoughts.